Have you ever had one of those days where everything just feels a little confusing? Like you're trying your best, but you're still wondering if you're even on the right path. Today's story is about a boy named Rio, one ordinary day, and 3 powerful lessons that came together to change how he saw everything. Rio woke up feeling restless. It wasn't sadness, and it wasn't anger. It was just uncertainty. At school, he wanted to answer the teacher's questions, but he hesitated every time. He wanted to help his friends with their projects, but he kept doubting himself. A little voice in his head just kept repeating one question: what if I mess up? What Rio didn't know was that this seemingly ordinary day was about to teach him 3 lessons he would never, ever forget. That afternoon, Rio was sitting with his uncle, who noticed he seemed a little down. His uncle decided to share a Bible story with him. It was a story of Joshua, standing with all of Israel right at the edge of the mighty Jordan River. The path forward looked completely impossible. The water was rushing and deep, but God gave Joshua a simple instruction: step forward first before the water moves. And when Joshua showed courage and took that first step into the river, a miracle happened. The waters parted, and the people could cross on dry ground. Rio thought about that for a long time. He realized something important. Joshua didn't wait until everything felt perfectly safe and easy. He didn't wait for the river to part before he moved. He trusted God and took the step anyway. That was the first lesson of the day. Faith doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It moves forward with trust, even when you can't see the full path ahead. Just thinking about that, Rio already felt a little bit braver. Later that day, Rio learned something absolutely fascinating in his science class. His teacher explained how our brains work. She said that scientists have discovered that whenever you try something new, especially when it's hard or challenging, your brain actually starts forming new connections. It's building new pathways. That moment of uncertainty, that feeling of being challenged and stretched, that's not a sign of weakness. That's actually the feeling of your brain growing stronger and smarter. Rio couldn't help but smile. Wow, he thought to himself. So feeling unsure doesn't mean I'm failing. It means my brain is getting a workout. It means I'm learning. And that was the second big lesson of the day. Growth happens when you step outside your comfort zone. The struggle is actually part of the process. On his way home from school, Rio saw a younger classmate struggling to carry a heavy backpack and a big art project. A few other kids just walked right past, not paying any attention. But Rio paused. For a moment, that old feeling of doubt returned. But then, he remembered Joshua stepping bravely into the river. He remembered his science teacher talking about how challenges help your brain grow. So, Rio took a deep breath and stepped in. He walked over and asked, "Hey, do you need some help with that?" The classmate looked so relieved. Rio helped carry the project, and they walked home together, talking and laughing. And in that small, simple moment of kindness, something big happened inside Rio. He felt a wave of confidence, not because he was perfect or had all the answers, but because he had chosen to be kind. This was the 3rd lesson. True strength isn't about being the best. It shows in how we choose to treat others. That night, as Rio got ready for bed, he thought about his day. It felt like all the pieces of a puzzle had clicked into place. Faith taught him to take that first step, even when it's scary. Science taught him that growth and learning require effort and challenge. And his own experience taught him that simple acts of kindness give life meaning and purpose. It was 3 lessons, all learned in one ordinary day. That gave him a whole new way of seeing himself. The moral of the story is this: you don't have to have all the answers to move forward in life. You just need to be willing to take the next step. Trust in something bigger than yourself. Embrace the challenges that help you grow. And always choose kindness. One step at a time is all it takes to make a beautiful journey. So, what's one small step you feel encouraged to take after hearing Rio's story? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If this story inspired you, please give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to LifeBites TV for more stories that help kids and families grow together. We'll see you next Sunday for another video.